is the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports. Welcome to the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports. I'm Jessica Warner here in beautiful Racine, Wisconsin. And now let's go talk to the guys in the booth and find out what happened in round 3 in South Padre Island, Texas.
South Padre Island was absolutely magical. The fans loved the action. The racing in the surf was more than we could have asked for. And in Pro Ski GP, the Matsouris brothers, who have been so dominant on those Commander boats, well, they weren't quite that dominant in South Padre, Kurt.
No, they weren't. There was some great action in that class, but I'll tell you what, Runabout box stock was off the hook. The big boats, the big waves, Dennis Mack was spectacular. There was a lot of great rides, and I'll tell you what, I can't wait until the next round to see what happens in box stock.
Yeah, and the Blaster GP class was phenomenal. The action in that class is always intense. And at the end of the day, South Padre was quite a phenomenal stop on the tour.
No question about it. I can't wait to go back for next year. It was so much fun.
If you're looking for some high-speed flying action across the water, why don't you guys go ahead and experience it for yourself with the lap of the day.
For the first time this season, we have calm waters here in Racine, Wisconsin as the riders charge out of the starting gate towards the first turn. The calm waters dictate that the start is going to be very critical in pro watercross racing, and the riders head out around the first turn and in towards the split section of the race course.
Only on the first lap, they'll bypass the intersecting buoy as he makes the one hard left, going down, make the hard right around the yellow, down the front straightaway, past the scoring tower and the checkered buoys, a little kink on the front straightaway, down the front straight, they'll go to the double yellow rights.
And that kink really can throw riders for a loop. It's not just a fast straightaway down the front straight, but that kink is really critical. They go around a series of right-hand and left-hand sweeping turns as they head out towards the back part of the race course.
Make one more left-hand turn here, a quick right around the yellow buoy into the back straightaway.
And one more kink.
Got that kink. And folks, as we go down the back straightaway, we'll make a decision here, inside or outside for the split. This rider looks like he's setting up for the outside.
Really high speed into that split section, so really critical that they make good decisions coming into the split, as this rider does here on the outside split. He'll make a series again of right-hand, left-hand turns and head back down the front straightaway.
And as we pass start-finish, folks, that is the lap of the day.
All right, as the competition starts to heat up, let's go talk to the guys in the booth and find out their take here on round 4.
Racine, Wisconsin, we're here again, Rick Lake. I am so thrilled about the racing today. This is the first race this year that's going to be flat water, and that's going to be how fast can you spin.
Yeah, absolutely critical. Big difference. The first 3 rounds were in very challenging, very rugged and rough surf conditions. Everything gets thrown out the window today. The lake is flat, and the tuners are going to have to readjust the pumps, the props. A lot of work goes into preparing the boats for today's racing, and we are looking for some high-speed action here in Racine.
No question about it. The Great Lakes, tuners paradise. We're looking forward to a great day of racing here in Racine, Wisconsin.
We'll be right back with some more action-packed racing. This is the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports. The 2019 Pro Watercross National Tour is brought to you by Broward Motorsports. You gotta ride. Whole Speed, official marine coating of the tour. These are the official live streaming partners of the tour. Jet Trim, official seat cover and mat of the tour. VP Fuels, official fuel. DT Shredder, all-terrain, all-season power sports. WSN Performance Parts. Alert GPS, built by riders for riders. And these fine sponsors.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer, with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Located in southeastern Wisconsin, come discover the real Racine County. Plan your visit today at realracine.com.
Pro Watercross is just a neat organization because they put on an event that's good for the kids, it's good for families, adults. Anybody can race, anybody can get involved. Doesn't matter what kind of jet ski you have. You can walk into a dealership, buy one off the showroom floor, and start racing next week if you wanted to. They've got a class for everybody. And they put on a great event. You know, it's really nice for the spectators and great for the racers.
This is the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports. All right, let's check out what happened in Moto 2 for Runabout Box Stock.
All right, band snapped. Here we go into the first turn. Oh, Brian Baldwin immediately with the hole shot. Just rockets out of the gate into the first turn. Goes to the inside split. It is Baldwin on the inside in the lead. A battle for the lead on the outside split. Looks like Tim Miller is going to take it. Here he comes, Baldwin and Miller. Oh, and Baldwin just slams the door shut on Miller. Miller wisely decides to try another tactic to get around Baldwin. Baldwin now starting a gap, second place Tim Miller, as he has a commanding lead here in Pro-Am Runabout Box Stock Moto number 2. It's all Brian Baldwin. Baldwin made a mistake on the outside split.
Yeah, he did.
Allows Miller to close that gap just a little bit, but not enough to really have much of an impact on the race at this point. We're at the halfway point in this Moto number 2 for Pro-Am Runabout Box Stock. Brian Baldwin firmly in command. Tim Miller doing a great job, though, of keeping Baldwin in his sights, hoping for a mistake by Baldwin, because Miller is right there if Baldwin does falter in any way.
You can't pay enough for this kind of racing.
They are just on top of each other around this course, lap after lap, buoy after buoy. The battle between Snyder and D-Mac is really a great one to watch right now.
It is. It's been spectacular the whole way through.
All right, the laps are winding down here. White flag out. Final lap for our race leader, Brian Baldwin. Brian Baldwin's going to take the checkered flag and the win.
All right, let's check out the action here for the final moto with Runabout Box Stock.
Wow, Osborne got a good drive off the line. Let's see if he can keep. Oh, and Osborne makes it around. Nobody's going inside Brian Baldwin.
Wow.
And look at that. Dennis Mack trying to get by Osborne.
On
Those
the outside.
two are side by
Here
side.
comes Miller on the outside.
Oh, Tim Miller with a drive.
Miller on the outside, not able to get it done on the front straightaway. As Brian Baldwin takes the lead.
We saw that exact same thing happen in the last moto in this class.
Yep, absolutely. Brian Baldwin out in front, Miller behind him, and they are going to settle in for a race.
Yeah, and Miller was like a pit bull on Brian Baldwin in the last moto. The same situation. They were only feet apart as they came off of the split through the checkers, and Baldwin had just enough to get position. And I'll tell you what,
And the rest,
Tim Miller got a mouthful of Brian Baldwin's pump wash there.
I was going to say, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Brian Baldwin with a clear path in front of him. That's going to be a tough road to hoe for anybody else. Tim Miller looks around, sees Dennis Mack right there. D-Mac doing everything he can to catch up to Tim Miller. D-Mac not afraid to swap with anybody, and he's going inside and holding tight. Watch the race now. Tim Miller and Dennis Mack. It's going to be spectacular.
Tim Miller's had his way with the rest of the field, the exception of Brian Baldwin all weekend, but D-Mac trying to change that up a little bit here in Moto number 3. Racing for points, racing for a national title. Brian Baldwin in command, but D-Mac would like to make up a little point or two right here.
Oh, Baldwin. Baldwin just willed that boat around that corner. I don't believe he scrubbed up more than a couple of miles per hour, and he went 90 degrees.
Well, check this out, Kurt. The overall points battle is amazing in Pro-Am Runabout Box Stock. Troy Snyder is the leader with 156. This is coming into the weekend. Tim Miller's got 154, 2 points behind. And Brian Baldwin was 153, 1 point behind in third.
I'm not even going to guess what the math is going to be at the end of this moto. It's
Man.
going to be fun, though, and it's going to be close.
Oh, this is a battle for the national championship. So, as I mentioned, these guys are, and D-Mac is in fourth at 125. So, every position is critical right now in the season. Well, you know what? In the overall points for the national title, if things end the way they are today, it's going to be a virtual three-way tie.
Well, unfortunately, Troy Snyder too far back to get the points that...
He's the points leader. So
right, but only by
he's
2.
going to lose a few. The other ones are going to gain. They're going to be virtually, within a point of each other in the top 3.
Brian Baldwin giving that rebel yell.
Takes the win, checkered flag, final checkers of the weekend.
In Pro Runabout Stock, we went 1-1-1 for the weekend. So, super pumped about that. And, the guys at Riva just keep this thing on point. I'm looking forward to going to Hartwell.
We'll be right back with some more action-packed racing. This is the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Located in southeastern Wisconsin, come discover the real Racine County. Plan your visit today at realracine.com.
This is the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports. Welcome back to the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports. We're here in Racine, Wisconsin. If you're not here, you're missing out on all the action.
Great scenery, great beach, great waves, everyone's nice here. It's perfect.
Man, we've been excited to come to Racine before we even got here. We've been in all really hot climates, so we were looking forward to cold water, a little bit colder weather, and we love it. It's a good town. We got some good dinner last night. It's been good.
We have this great location here on the beautiful shores of Lake Michigan. and we're great. We have a great location between Milwaukee and Chicago. It's a beautiful community with the oldest and tallest lighthouse in Lake Michigan and some Frank Lloyd Wright buildings in town on the Frank Lloyd Wright Trail. So there's lots to see and do here.
You know, I really love coming to Racine. The weather is always beautiful. The water never disappoints. You know, I was kind of hoping to see the little rougher out there, but you know, my little buddy's here with me racing. He's 10, and you know, it's good to have some nice smooth water for him.
This is the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports. The 2019 Pro Watercross National Tour is brought to you by Broward Motorsports. You gotta ride. Whole Speed, official marine coating of the tour. These are the official live streaming partners of the tour. Jet Trim, official seat cover and mat of the tour. VP Fuels, official fuel. DT Shredder, all-terrain, all-season power sports. WSN Performance Parts. Alert GPS, built by riders for riders. And these fine sponsors.
Broward Motorsports, South Florida's premier power sports dealer with 4 locations: Davie, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Tequesta. A huge selection of new and used motorcycles, UTVs, ATVs, boats, trailers, and personal watercraft. Log on, check out the selection, and request a quote. Broward Motorsports will not be undersold. The best staff in the industry are ready to serve you. We also feature a customizing department to build the machine of your dreams. At Broward Motorsports, you gotta ride.
Located in southeastern Wisconsin, come discover the real Racine County. Plan your visit today at realracine.com.
You know, Pro Watercross Tour putting all the events on are fantastic. It's top notch. This is the tour that you want to be on, you know, and we're looking forward to the next round.
It's awesome. I mean, I grew up watching the national tour and wanting to be part of it, and now to be able to compete on a pro level in the fastest class out here and have some success is a dream come true.
This is the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports. All right, let's check out my favorite class, Ski GP in Moto 2.
But this commander boat that Hayden's on is a rocket ship, but he gets a bad start here, a bad jump off the gate at least in Moto number 2. Let's see what he can do with it as they go around the first turn. Number 12, Isaiah Washington with a great jump on the inside split. He'll take inside lead. On the outside,
on the outside, here comes Derek Powell. He's going to get it from the outside.
Derek Powell.
Oh, and right there with Warner in second, then Washington, Clipper.
Wow, Derek Powell.
Wow.
Derek Powell, who frankly has not had a great weekend
at all.
And he rockets out of the gate, takes the lead early on with Craig Warner on the factory Kawasaki right behind him. This ought to be a good one. I was going to say, this is only Moto number 2, so we've got a long way to go here before we really can start looking at where we're at in terms of overall in points. Kids,
hey, kids, we've got to have you
stay
come
out of the
water, please.
Down in the back straightaway. Here we go. One more time. Our race leader, Derek Powell, keeping that gap over Warner. Warner working hard in second. He'd love to get a win here in Moto number 2 to set himself up for a shot at the overall this weekend, because he is battling for points. And there's no question that the guys that are on the tour week in and week out want that national title. That's what it's all about.
White flag coming out.
Okay, we got the battle going into the split here. Craig Warner continues to lead over Clipper. Warner goes to the outside split.
Clipper taking the outside.
Clipper's been taking the last couple laps because he realized that inside was not paying off for him. So he continues. So now he's on the outside. White flag, 1 lap to go. Now Warner coming up behind Powell, and Powell could play a spoiler in this if Warner can't get around him. We'll see how Powell handles it. That is yet to be seen. So
Derek Powell looking over and getting out of the way.
he moves right over.
That is sportsmanship.
Great guy right there. Derek Powell, seasoned veteran, knows how to play the game, stays out of the way, and kudos to Derek Powell.
You see that? He looked over at Clipper. Hey, what are you doing after the race? Clipper's like, hey, let's get a beer, eh?
Hey, down the back straightaway one more time. Final lap in moto number 2 here, Pro-Am Ski GP. It is Craig Warner on boat number 2 leading the Clipper. Bobbles right there on the 212 Kawasaki, but maintains his momentum, keeping the pressure on Warner right to the bitter end here.
Warner's definitely out. It's his race to win. One more buoy and down the straight. He is going to be happy. And look at the Warner family. They are flipping out down there.
Nice ride by Craig Warner, and boy, Clipper kept the pressure on.
All right, this is what we've been waiting for, the final moto for Ski GP. Let's go down to the line and take a look.
Pro-Am Ski GP moto number 3, and they're off.
Oh, Skellett with a good jump on the inside.
Skellett got the hole shot on the inside. Powell going to try and sweep around him.
Nope.
And Clipper on the outside.
Oh, look at Skellett. Keep an eye on this young man out of Florida. He got the hole shot, subbed it a little bit. So did Powell. And he's got the hole shot on the inside. Here comes Warner, it looks like on the outside.
Wow, Warner is on fire out there, folks.
And Warner making the turn onto the front straightaway. He's going to take the lead.
Close.
Here comes Skellett making the turn, but Warner's got the speed. Craig Warner, number 2, goes into the lead. Skellett right behind him in second. Skellett using some clean water.
Washington and Clipper, look at the top riders all within 2 buoys, Rick.
Yeah, Skellett got a handful of Craig Warner right there. There was no way Warner was going to relinquish the lead in that right-hand turn to young Hayden Skellett. It wasn't going to happen.
Not there, no.
No.
But Craig Warner's got a full plate right now. Is not only does he have Hayden Skellett right behind him, Warner looked like he was starting to pull away, but Skellett now on it. Oh, Warner getting sideways, almost went off. Skellett trying to reel him in, Rick.
Well, the thing is, Kurt, is that the pressure is all on Craig Warner.
Right.
Hayden Skellett's got nothing to lose, man. He is just racing free and easy. He's on a fast boat. He's riding up here with these legends in the sport. 14 years old. I mean, his whole life's in front of him, and he's doing nothing but getting after every race. It's amazing.
I'll tell you what, and as you said, he has everything to gain. I'll tell you what, Derek Powell back there in 3rd position, he's definitely waking up this afternoon now that Camden's races are done, and love to see him move forward if he can, but boy, I'll tell you what, I don't see anybody getting by Hayden Skellett today.
And we are only at the halfway point right now in this race, and Skellett not dropping back of Warner at all.
Not at all.
Powell a solid 3rd, Clipper in 4th, Isaiah Washington in 5th, surprisingly, because Isaiah's been really fast as of late. But right now it's Warner with Skellett behind him. Skellett with a win yesterday, a 4th in moto number 2. Warner with a 3rd and a 1. They're only separated by a point.
Let me take you inside Craig Warner's head right now. I've got this little kid behind me. Man, I'm sore. God, I should have done more laps last week. I'm out front. The boat's running fine. Oh, man. He's 40 years old.
And here comes
He's
Skellett.
40, and Skellett's 14.
And Mike Klippenstein have all been racing for 20 plus years. You know, Hayden Skellett's 14 years old.
I'd like to do the math, but I can't count that high.
Yeah, it's impossible. But he is every bit the measure of these legends out here, and he is really making a name for himself this weekend in Racine in my book.
Well, I'll tell you, he is just, he's slowly building to, I'm sure everybody in the family, and we are all looking forward to be a long and illustrious career in personal watercraft racing.
Checker flag, buddy. It's going to be Warner taking the win in the overall.
All right, guys, if you're not here in Racine, Wisconsin at the Pro WATERCROSS National Tour, then you are missing out. If you're jonesing for more action-packed racing, check us out on the web at prowatercross.com. For Kurt, Rick, and I'm Jessica Warner, thanks for joining us at the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports.